So if you're a creator, an artist, heck, if you run any kind of business online, you already know your link in bio is basically everything. It's your digital front door, your business card, your main hub, all wrapped up in one little link. But what if that platform you're building on isn't really yours? And that leads us to a pretty important question. It seems like a simple question, right? But the answer is a lot more complicated than you'd think. When you build your digital home on someone else's platform, are you the actual owner or are you just a tenant paying rent? This question, it's right at the heart of a huge shift that's happening on the web as we speak. Look, we all know the big names in this game. For years, they've given us a super convenient way to cram all our important links onto one page. They're easy, they work, and we've all used them. But that convenience, it comes with a catch. One that's usually hiding deep inside the terms of service. And here's the real issue with that centralized model. You're basically just renting your digital real estate. The company that owns the platform has all the power. They've got your data, they control the service, and they can change the rules, hike up prices, or even just, poof, suspend your account. In that world, you don't really own your front door at all. Now, this quote is from a new challenger on the scene called Linkhub, and wow, what a statement. It's aimed squarely at that core problem of renting your online space. They're proposing a totally different way of doing things, one where the whole point is to put ownership back where it belongs, with you. So how is that even possible? The secret sauce is in the tech itself. See, this isn't just some new company with a slightly different business plan. It's built on a whole new framework for how apps on the internet can even work. The magic word here is dApp, which is short for decentralized app. Now, instead of running on a single company's private servers, a dApp like Linkhub runs on a public blockchain. And because that blockchain isn't owned by any one company, there's no central boss who can mess with your data unless you say so. This one little shift changes the entire power dynamic. And when you put the two models side by side, it becomes crystal clear. In the old model, the company is the gatekeeper. But with a decentralized setup like Linkhub, you hold the keys. Your hub lives on the blockchain, and the only way to access it and manage it is with your own crypto wallet, like MetaMask. This means you're not just a user anymore. You're the actual owner of your stuff. Okay, owning your own data is a massive deal. For sure. But what about the costs? This is where the whole thing gets, it gets a little wild. We're not just talking about a small difference in price here. We're talking about two completely different philosophies on how you should pay for things. You know the drill with the big, established platforms. Their whole business is built on that classic subscription model. You pay a fee every month or every year to get the premium features, and you have to keep on paying forever to keep them. And those fees, man, they can add up. If you want the top-of-the-line features on a platform like Linktree, you could be staring down a bill for up to $234 every single year. Just keep that number in your head for a second. All right, now for the other side. The Web3 model from Linkhub, it just completely flips the script. The idea is, because it's built on this super efficient blockchain, they can offer their pro features not as a subscription, but for a single one-and-done upgrade fee. Pay once, and it's yours forever. So what is that one-time fee? Get this. According to Linkhub, it's just the cost of a single token on their blockchain, which right now is hovering around $2. Let me just say that again. A one-time payment of about $2 versus up to $234 every year. I mean, just look at this chart. The visual says it all, doesn't it? The difference is just staggering. The yearly subscription for the old guard is more than 100 times the one-time fee for Linkhub's Pro plan. This cost difference is pretty much the core of their entire argument. So, you're probably asking yourself, how on earth can it be that cheap and still give me more control? What's the catch? Well, the answer isn't some clever marketing trick. It all comes down to the technology running in the background. It's about performance, speed, and efficiency that's baked right into its foundation. See, Linkhub is built on this thing called the Apertum blockchain, and its specs are pretty key to its promises. It can supposedly handle 4,500 transactions every second, and your updates are permanent in under 2 seconds. But here's the kicker. It says there are no gas fees, those annoying transaction costs you see on other blockchains, for its free plan. That technical efficiency is what they say makes this whole crazy price model even possible. Okay, so let's tie this all together. We've talked about control, cost, and the tech. But what are the real takeaways here? What is the actual tangible advantage that's being offered to someone like you who's just looking to build their digital home?
The whole pitch for making a switch really boils down to 5 main points. First, you get true ownership, your links, your data, your control. Second, it's way more cost-effective. A tiny one-time fee just crushes a yearly subscription. It also promises to be lightning fast, secure, because it's open source, and maybe most importantly, future-proof, since it's built for where the web is heading.
And for anyone who's curious to try it, they've apparently made getting started super simple. The free plan is right there when you visit the site. You just connect your wallet. That's it. No traditional sign-up, no emails, no credit cards. And that brings us right back to that big final question. Tools like Linkhub, they represent something much bigger than just a new app. They represent a fundamental choice, a move away from renting our digital lives from giant corporations and toward a future where we actually own and control our own identity online. It's a really powerful idea, and it's one that might just reshape the web as we know it.